Internet, and welcome to episode 3 of Winging It. This is going to be a bit different. This is the lockdown special edition. We've been stuck inside in Australia for the last, 6 weeks or so, I think, while we've been waiting for COVID to calm down. So while I've been doing that, I've been doing some playing with the plane and tweaking things, and check it out. I have wrapped my airplane in vinyl. It's very shiny. This is just vinyl I got from eBay, and then I used a vinyl cutter, which a friend of mine gave me for cheap, to do this pattern. So I covered it with purple first, and then cut the holes in it, and then kind of laid the white over the top. And what's interesting is that it actually made it fly much worse. After I wrapped it in vinyl, because it added about 80 grams of weight to the plane. And I think because the center of gravity is sort of here in the middle, and at least half of that weight would be tail weight, I think, it made it fly really poorly. So I'm actually 3D printing a little CG stand at the moment to see if I can balance the CG better. But when I try and balance it on my fingers, it doesn't feel tail or nose heavy. So I think I need a proper balancer. But yeah, so I've been putting it on a diet to try and get it back to flying well. And so what I've done is I've replaced the 3D printed vertical stabilizers here with ones that are made out of core flute, just from Bunnings. And that saved about 30 grams, and since I did that, and I also replaced the elevons with balsa rather than the foam ones. I've got the old foam ones here, which I chopped off, and it flies much nicer with the balsa elevons. It's really controllable, and I think what was happening was that the servos were, or the foam was a bit stiff, and so the servos were having to push quite a lot of resistance. And so since I put balsa on, it's really agile in the air, which is nice. But yeah, I just need to fix the balance issues, because I don't want to unwrap it, because I think it looks too cool to not have it wrapped. And I've got some LEDs and stuff on here for extra coolness. And I've 3D printed this little cover on the top here, and it kind of comes off like that with a bit of force. So I'm thinking I might replace that with core flute too, depending on how much of a diet it needs to go on. The other thing I could do is possibly bring this motor mount in, because right now that's on a standoff, and if I was to bring that in, that would bring the weight closer to the middle, which should help with it being a bit tail heavy. So while I was stuck in lockdown, I also caved and bought a quadcopter. So I've got an Armour 10 Badger coming, a DJI edition of the Badger. So I'll do a review of that when I get it. I'm looking forward to getting back into mini quads. I haven't flown mini quads in probably 4 or 5 years. So a lot's changed, so I didn't really know what I was doing. So I just bought a pre-built one, and I'll figure it out when it arrives. So enjoy these clips.
Gotta find a place